Dividing polynomials. First, we're going to start out by dividing polynomials by monomials. So here we have our polynomial, and we are dividing by the monomial 2r. So the way that we figure this out is we are going to put each term in the polynomial over the monomial. Right? So we're going to do 4r to the 6 over 2r. And we're going to do 3r to the 4 over 2r, and minus 2r squared over 2r. Right. So what are we doing here? We're dividing this polynomial by this monomial, and we can write that as the first term divided by 2r plus the second term divided by 2r minus the third term divided by 2r. And now that we're here, we can go ahead and simplify. So we have 4 and 2, the greatest common factor is 2. So that becomes 2. And then we have r to the 6 divided by r. So when we divide, we subtract the powers. Here there is no power, so the power is 1. So it is going to turn out to be r to the 6 minus 1. Right? So that's r to the 5. Let's do the same with the other one. Well, we don't have a greatest common factor, so we're going to leave that as a fraction. We'll do plus 3 over 2. And then we have r to the 4 minus r to the 1. Right? So it's 4 minus 1. That's going to be r to the 3. And then the last term is 2 divided by 2 is 1, so we're just going to do minus r to the 2 minus 1. So that's going to be just r. Right? And so that's our final answer here. So we'll do 2r to the 5 plus 3 over 2r to the 3 minus r. And we're going to do the same with example number 2. So let's go ahead and try it out. Let's go ahead and write it the long way this time. It's going to be 4t to the 5 minus 5t squared minus 12 all over 2t squared. Okay. But we can go ahead and rewrite this with each term in the polynomial in the numerator over the denominator. So we can go ahead and say 4t to the 5 over 2t squared. That's the first term divided by the monomial. And then we're going to do the second term, minus 5t to the 2 over 2t squared, minus 12 over 2t squared. Alright, so now we're going to find greatest common factors in the first term. So that's 4 and 2. Greatest common factor is 2, so that's going to become 2 divided by 1. Right? So that's just 2. So we can get 2, t to the 5 minus 2. That's going to be 3. Here we don't have a greatest common factor, so we're going to leave it as a fraction, minus 5 over 2. And we have t to the 2 divided by t to the 2. So that's t to the 2 minus 2. So that's t to the 0. And if you remember, x to the 0 is equal to 1. Right? So t to the 0 is equal to 1. So we're going to say 5 over 2 times 1. But any number times 1 is just that number, so we're not going to even write down the t to the 0 or the 1. So let's go ahead and move on to the last term. It's going to be minus 12 and 2. So the greatest common factor is 2. So it's 6 over 1. 6 over 1 is 6. And we do not have anything to cancel out the t squared in the denominator, so it's going to be 6 over t squared. Okay. Or we can write it as 6 times t to the negative 2. Okay. But I'm going to leave it like this. So we can go ahead and write our answer down. We got 2t to the 3 minus 5 over 2. Minus 6 over t squared. And that's how we divide polynomials by monomials.